and introduces the theme of evolvere, evolution. And here we leave behind the world of that the world is a prison. After this point, what we find here is the purpose of evolution is to complete the world, to perfect it, to develop it. We get this theory of development now. And it stays pretty much in all of the literature, that the soul evolves over time through many incarnations for the purpose of evolving the world and evolving human consciousness and leading to the development of a new state of awareness and higher intelligence. And from now on, with this theory, we're going to see that it really develops. He offers an alternative moral framework, because he says the rewards of a good life are to come back as a strong creative person who can accomplish something in the world and to help to transform it. Now that's a new idea. That is not escape. That is to come back to continue the perfection of creation. So I think he's a very important, pivotal figure. And now there could be like 50 other figures I could introduce. But I'm not going to do that because I'm running out of time here. So I'm going to very quickly say one. Yes, I see. I know. I'm seeing that. So I'm going to quickly say a few words. I couldn't resist. I mean, here we are in Rosicrucian Hall. I couldn't resist saying a few words about Spencer Lewis, who was the founder of this organization, actually, and who wrote a book called Mansions of the Soul, which is entirely on reincarnation. And so I felt I should at least say a few words about Spencer Lewis here. He really does introduce some good ideas. He introduces the idea, but he reflects the history of esotericism, which is really interesting. First of all, he confirms the pre-existence of the soul. Okay, so that all souls are created, and that these souls are then take on bodies, and they are reborn in cycles. But what is the purpose of these cycles of development? It's for the development of humanity. It's for the development of humankind, to perfect our knowledge and to improve our self-awareness. And here he begins to develop a theory of personality. In the 30s, personality theory was developing, and he says that every person is an aggregate, that's his term, an aggregate of all their past lives. So each of us is a personality that is formed by the influence from all of our past lives, and we embody this in the present. We distill out the essential elements of the past and our past experience and reintegrate them into our present life. And that deep memory, and this is again this experiential epistemology, deep memory carries the lessons of the past, and we can access them, but he addresses the question is, why don't we remember past lives? We don't remember past lives, and he gives us a great example. Please, all of you, remember what you did when you were 7. The whole year. Good luck. Okay? So if you can't remember your life in this life, how are you going to possibly remember your other lives, So what you remember, what's recovered, is the distilled moments which are incorporated into the personality, and that we carry with us, sort of these distilled moments of learning that we're able to grasp and uncover in deep memory. And he also introduces another theory, which is that each species is evolving. I like this idea. It's not just the human species that is evolving. He said that from his point of view, souls did not cross the species line, but tigers are evolving, and human beings are evolving, and whales are evolving, and they're all evolving through reincarnation to develop what? To develop divine qualities which are capable of being manifested into the physical world, each according to species. It's quite a beautiful idea, actually. And that sometimes souls can cross over. So you get human beings who might remember animal life. You can get animals who become human beings. There's room in the theory for this, but mostly it's species evolution. And finally, he introduces the theory of the oversoul, which is a very Platonic idea. Remember the universal soul? He definitely takes that idea that there is a one single universal soul that permeates everything, and it is possible for us to access that directly through our soul knowledge. And he gives this beautiful example. I really like this example. Think of a string of Christmas tree lights. Okay? You got that? All right, so here's the metaphor. Each bulb on the Christmas tree lights is a body. I'm talking about this, all of us together. We each are a Christmas tree light. Okay, that's the physical body. And so the color of the light and the nature of the bulb represents our unique aggregate of personality that is shining into the world. That's the aura there, based on this aggregate. But you know what? It's the electricity that makes it happen. And the electricity is the oversoul. It permeates everything. It makes that light shine. And when you die, your soul is absorbed back into the oversoul, which he says never loses any identity, always stays conscious, and is in communication with all other souls, and then is reborn again into the world. So there are many cycles of reincarnation, and it is an immutable law of nature according to his teachings. So there we are, many lifetimes of teaching, and that is the end or not.